Every creative has an origin story, and this one is mine. So I found this handmade card along others at my parents' basement, and I'm so glad that they kept them because now I can look back at my work when I was about 10 years old. And believe it or not, these cards were in high demand. My family and my extended family used to buy them, and I understand they were buying it because they wanted to encourage me to do more, and I appreciate them for that. Also, that gave me the understanding of what business is. I understood things that I didn't really know the name of, but like understanding how much I need to sell these to make a profit, understanding how many I need to make, like supply and demand. And I think like this is the real beginning for me when I started understanding that I can make money with things that I'm making or like with my creativity. These cards were the beginning of confidence that I have right now to fill a venue with 2,000 butterflies or to take on events and like customize everything. And it was because this was the start. When I was 12 years old, I bought my first camera, and my dad wanted me to purchase this camera with my own money, and I believe he wanted me to understand the value of money so I don't break the camera when I first get it. But this camera was literally glued to my hand. I took this camera with me everywhere I went. I was like making videos, taking photos, just like editing all the videos. It was such a fun thing to have when I was a kid, and honestly to this day I take a camera with me everywhere I go. But like through this, I started understanding the world through a lens and understanding composition, colors, what I want in the front, and how I want to set up my shot. And I truly believe that this is the reason I started getting into digital art. And at that age, I downloaded the Adobe program. So I downloaded Photoshop, Illustrator, and I believe InDesign. And I just fell in love with that. I may or may not have pirated those programs at that time. I am not going to say, but while my friends were involved in video games, which is not something that I was very passionate about, I was really passionate about design, and I was literally trying to learn every tool on Photoshop, how I can use it. And to this day, I still do that. I put something on TV while I have my computer on top of me and just like designing for the sake of designing. I think I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's go back to the story. So when it was time to get into university, I wanted to do something that complements my design skills, my creative skills. And since I was in love with business, it was such an easy decision for me to get into business and then major in marketing. And just before graduating, I started my own career, I started my own business, and that led to a career, I guess. And then I started accumulating clients one after the other, and then one project led to the other projects, and then bigger projects and bigger projects, and here we are today. I am so thankful that I get to call this work. I am so happy that I have something that I am actually truly passionate about, and I really think that I am so involved in this industry in so many different ways. I just love my work, honestly, and I love working with my clients. I love collaborating with others. I love to understand other people's perspective and understand how they think and how they solve problems, because that's one of the biggest things that I love to do, and that's one of the things that design allows me to do, which is problem solving. I didn't set out to make a career out of this, but looking back at it, I feel like it was meant to be.